Calling all my friends to give me a clue.
My lifestyle is changing.
Calling all my friends to help me through.
I'm exhausted. I'm tired.
Calling all my friends to laugh and laugh.
I love you, Mommy.
Calling all my friends to give me advice.
They're all you need.
Mom time is my time. Mom time is the right time, and I need it now.
Welcome to Mom Time, a way for real moms to connect, share, and have some fun. Meet Laura, mom of 3, with lots to do and lots to say about it. And Tara, mom of 2, always on the go and in the know, gets real. Meet Sharon with 5 kids, ages 8 to 17. She's running for all she's worth. And Eva, mom of 3, adds her precious perspective and sense of humor. Meet Curdy, mom of twin boys, and see what's on her mind. And with special guest, Cynthia, mom of 2, and financial advisor to many. Let's join them now.
Today, we're talking about something I know nothing about, so I'm really excited to be on the show. We're talking about investments and maybe good places to put our money, and we're looking ahead to 2010 and maybe what we should be doing with whatever money we have, or maybe finding money that we have. Yeah, exactly.
You don't put it under your mattress?
I'm going to start.
Well,
I know, I think
the can in the backyard, too.
Yeah. But we have Cynthia Fick with us from Financial Life Planners, and she, I hope, has some good ideas.
You know, a lot of people are feeling like, you know what, I think I'm just going to put it under the mattress. That's, you know, really the only place
Safe
that
place
it
right
feels
now.
safe right now. Right. But if you look at that, you know, unless the world as we know it changes forever, eventually the economy is going to be doing better. Companies are going to start doing better. Real estate is going to start doing better. So if something happened in this world and made put it under the mattress the way to go, you know, wouldn't be worth anything, really. The money wouldn't be worth the paper that it was printed on. So just think of that, too, when you think about investment. So after we've lived through a year and a half of the markets that we've seen, it makes you kind of want to pull in or take too much risk to try to make up what you lost. You know, so many people come into my office and they're saying, I'm down 40, 50, 60%. So they either pulled out and got, you know, kind of did the wrong thing at the wrong time, or they thought, I'm going to double up on all these aggressive investments and, you know, be up big and taking too much risk for their risk tolerance and stuff like that. So that's kind of what we've had. So just kind of set the tone of what I think's happening in the market right now. When's the best time to buy anything?
When it's on sale.
Yeah, when it's on sale. I mean, usually.
But usually the things that are on sale are not things you want.
Right.
That's
Well,
right. I mean,
but with investments,
are these things
I
you
need,
want?
I need there to be a tag, you know, like a big red tag that says this is on sale. Like,
used
when
to
I
be
look at the
200,
investments-
now 50.
Yeah,
Right.
I need somebody to say, okay, you know, P&G is on sale this week. You know, nobody sends me the flyer to let me know what's on sale.
Well, they're always willing to sell you something if you're willing to buy. Anybody's willing to sell.
Exactly. Yeah. So, but if you look
when's
at the
a good time
market,
to buy?
think about this. I mean, look at the value of your homes. I always like to relate that to something everybody can relate to. You know, our houses were worth this. Now they're worth this. Okay. So that's on. You know, it's on sale now. Do we have a crystal ball and it can exactly predict the very day it will start going back up again? Probably not, but I think I heard something recently. 8 out of 10 experts are saying that 5 years from now, real estate is going to be up. Okay, so we don't know the exact day, and I can't say this is the very day you should buy real estate, but eventually it's going to be going back up. So when's the best time to buy it? When it's on sale. Okay, so those are the ways of looking at it. Now we look at the Dow Jones, kind of topped out a little over 14,000 last year. Well, look what's happened there. It's just, you know, getting to 10, and that was a big party. But that's, you know, that's still 4,000 points that we're going to have to recoup. So it's on sale too. And the important thing is to be thinking long term. If we try to time it right, or, you know, within, you know, 3 months be just right on the dot, sometimes we kind of miss that. So just think of the long term perspective. I'm investing, I'm creating wealth, I'm building my personal fortune, I like to call it, for the future. And if I can buy some things while they're on sale, that's the way to do it. So
If
I
you
just
can
say,
afford them.
What if you afford them?
Well, but like I used to have a long-term opinion on my college fund for my daughter, but then she lost a lot of it in the last couple of years, and now she's got 4 years till she starts school, and so like my long-term approach kind of backfired because now it's down.
We're in the same boat with that.
Right.
And see what you have
and
to
I
say.
think that what we learned from what happened last year was that buy and hold, keep it forever, doesn't necessarily work. You need to more actively manage your portfolio, and that may make you think, I can't even think about investments, much less actively manage them. So I know that's a hard thing to think about, but it's important to just do a review. I do that with all my clients, usually 4 times a year. If you're not working with somebody who does that, then ask for that, or just have yourself twice a year. I'm going to sit down. I'm going to go through all my mutual funds and see how they're doing compared to all other mutual funds just like them. Because maybe what happened is you had whatever your college education funds are invested in are not so great, like maybe mutual funds, or so maybe you need to upgrade, change that. But now you're going, I don't know, and I'm already down. Can I change right now? Sometimes you're better just go ahead and get out of something when it's down and buy something that performs better.
Mom Time TV continues after this.
We're on Twitter and Facebook. Join Mom Time TV there.
It seems to me like such a gamble. You don't really know who's going to be performing.
I know, it just seems like betting to me. Like, I think I would have a better chance with the lottery, because at least then they're going to pick somebody,
No, I don't feel that way at all. I think the market does, averages, and I think getting started with a really top quality mutual fund, and a mutual fund is just a pool of assets. You're putting your money into it, other people are putting their money into it, and then a professional portfolio manager watches over it. He or she, I always correct myself, she is deciding when to buy 100,000 shares of IBM. She's deciding when to sell 100,000 shares of Apple.
And it's important to find the person you trust. I know in my home, my husband's been very fortunate in his career, but we didn't start out that way. And I mean, it was save, buy your first house, don't even have furniture except for the bed that you were sent off to school with. That was the only furniture we had for a year, small home. And, his career took off, and the important thing in our home was to be unified in what we believed in, first of all, because if you have different opinions, but then we started with, a very solid base of tax-free things. And then as the time went on, then we start thinking of diversifying and how much really are we willing to risk. Do we look at gold, real estate? I mean, but it was so important. It was so important for us to find the right fit and personality with the financial help. I mean, I get everything, and we go over it continually because it is changing. It's ever changing. And then the kids and saving for them and teaching them to manage money. It's just it's never an exact science, and it is like a guessing game. But it's so important to have somebody that you can. I have to educate myself to even know the lingo and how to talk to the people we hire.
So people too, because like my in-laws, when everything started to go down, they just put everything into gold because they were sure that they were going to get the Americanos or whatever, that Mexican, I don't know how they were talking about. There would be no American dollar in a little while, and
go to one world.
That whole panic thing that happened. And so then I have those people feed me all the information about the world's going to end and we're all going to have no money systems and stuff. And then it's hard not to just panic with them.
Sometimes if we don't feel like we have enough knowledge, or we're not feeling, like we understand what's going on, it kind of gets us in a situation where we make decisions that aren't necessarily the best for us. And so I think that's what's really important to start feeling better. And I felt kind of everybody start to feel, oh, well, I might as well just forget about it. I'm not really good, and and some of you out there might be thinking that same thing. You know, it's too much. I'll never be like you. And
well, I never expected to be in the
right.
situation I was in. I've
Right.
had to self-teach and get help and read books and find people that I trusted, that I've looked at their family and their life, and they were successful business people, and come alongside. I said, can you help me? What have you done? What have you not done? What was your biggest mistake? What do you regret? I mean, believe me,
I know, but my biggest thing is with a financial planner, like I feel like if they were really good at it, they wouldn't have to work anymore because they'd have planned themselves out of a job, you know? So like,
well, some of us just really like it.
I want somebody who has to work hard for me, but then if they have to work hard, what are they doing in that business? Because they should have made their millions by now, right?
We'll get away for
it's the crystal ball. I mean, you know, and some of us just like helping people. So there you go.
Look at the crystal ball for me. I have 2 children that I have one that is already ready to go to college, and we saved some money, but we never intended it specifically for college. We just, made our baskets and put our eggs in different baskets, and we lost a lot, like everybody else has. But now we have him going to college, and we're telling him maybe a scholarship would help a lot, or maybe you are going to have some loans for now. But how can we plan for the other 2 that we have? I have one that is in 3rd grade and the other one that is in 8th grade.
Perfect.
So,
yeah. And there's a really great college savings plan called the 529. I've talked about it before. It allows you to put money away, have it grow for you tax-free, and then when it comes out for college expenses, it'll be tax-free also.
Okay.
Now, each state has its own 529 plan. There's a couple of really good ones here. The one that's my favorite happens to be in another state, so you can
buy there
buy.
then, or?
Yes, you can buy
some of them, though, you
529s.
You go. They have great things too, but you have to go to a school in that state.
And now, Spa Moms.
Well, do you have any investment plans for 2010?
I'm not a good investor. I don't understand it well enough, I feel like I would really...
Who do you go to for advice for something like that? Family or professional?
Well, my dad did that for a living, and that's what's so silly is that I am so stupid. I kind of depend on my husband to come up with the answers for that. What do you do?
Well, I think it's great to involve the kids in it. We've
Really?
tried to teach them to invest a little money in the stock market, buy a share, watch it. It's not a huge investment, but it's a great teaching opportunity.
That's a good idea, and my dad did do that with us when we were younger, and we got to pick out, what's your favorite company? Do you like to drink Coke? Oh, we love Coke, so no, actually it was Pepsi. I think that we bought the
Pick
Pepsi
something
stock.
that
And
you know and love.
yeah,
and follow it.
and I know that's what my mom always does as well. So maybe I should take advice
Peter
from him.
Lynch gave that advice years ago. Buy the things you understand.
Stay with us for more Mom Time TV.
Mom Time TV continues.
I feel like we're making something seem so scary when it's not, and that's one thing I just saw some people's face kind of glaze over when they thought, I will never be like her, and that's what so many women do, is we just get, our mind just starts to spin, we kind of glaze over. When I'm doing my seminars, I just see it literally happen on people's faces, and that's the one thing I would say, you know what, you may not ever understand everything about the stock market, you may not understand how the 529 works, but you know what? That's okay. You can move forward, you can make some great decisions. Don't kind of psych yourself out before you even start, because then you end up like deer in the headlights. I'm looking back thinking, look at what I did before. It was, didn't work out, and I don't know anything about this, investments and money, and so you just kind of like, you're stuck. You're beating yourself up, and then you don't start taking those steps. So I'm talking about kind of developing 2 types of wisdom, which is the wisdom that you were talking about, understanding investments and feeling good about that. But the second type of wisdom is more of an inner wisdom, where you really look at building your own confidence. Because when we give our power away, guess what happens? That you're then powerless. So if you can start doing things, baby steps, kind of understand. You've naturally not felt like it's something you wanted to do, So you've kind of avoided it, and then you're really beating yourself up, and so you're just kind of, then you're dead in the water. You're not doing anything. But if you can start to go, you know what, maybe I can, open myself up. I'll start getting this magazine, and I'll think of one thing that you could do today, and that's one thing I would say to all of you, that you could do to start making yourself feel like you're wiser about money. And it may be doing a budget. When I say budget, what does everybody think?
Oh no.
Shopping.
But think about how valuable it would be to know what you have coming in and what you have going out. It's it can really help. And maybe you find out if you look at all the numbers that you're better than you thought you were. And you can go,
yeah,
and you save for, once you're saving and saving for the big ticket items that you know you're going to want to do, vacation or wedding or
well, you know what? Here's how much we have coming in. Here's how much we have going out. Is there any little extra that I have here? Okay, and that's money that you can start to save on a month for the college education, planning for a big ticket item, the wedding that we talked about. Just figure out if there is any extra, and there might be some fluff. You may say, I've been going to this high-end coffee place and maybe I don't need to do that every day. Maybe I can go out and buy this really great cappuccino maker and make it at home, save some money, But when I initially asked the question about doing a budget, everybody went, what I was trying to say is, you may have some initial fears. I mean, why haven't you already done it? Probably because you have a natural resistance to it. But think through again how much help it's going to be if you figure it out. Maybe you do need to cut back.
People do you think, what percentage of people actually live by a budget?
I think it would probably be pretty low, to be honest with you.
But I did when we had nothing. I did when we had nothing, and I was still in college and young married. I've just, that's the way
that's
my mind
you're
thinks.
Wired, yeah.
And mine is more, some are exact, like if there was a car payment or house payment, but then others are a percentage. Okay, we're gonna donate this percentage every year. We're gonna do our best to save this percentage, and it was a malleable numbers we moved back around, but we would always try to save a certain percent and invest it.
But I'm kind of the opposite extreme because I've been married for 17 years and I totally handled or gave away all of the responsibility for finances. He made all the money. He controlled how we spent all the money. Now we're trying to separate anything, and I don't even know where our accounts are, and everything's on electronic logins and stuff, and I don't know our account names. I don't know our login numbers. I don't know any passwords, all of that, and I really get how I totally gave away all control of finances. And so at first I was just lost, I will never be able to do this. And then I just decided that I would just put everything into, here's what I have to spend this month. This is the cash. I can see it. I can physically understand what I have. And I'll put this in the envelope for groceries. This is my envelope for, but I had to do a physical budget because I felt so out of control. And so I put it into physical things that I could handle, and I could put $20 in this envelope, and if the kids need lunch money, here's the lunch money thing, and then after that you just have to make do with what's in this house, or you have
a great idea.
And so I kind of regained, I feel like I have a little control.
Mom Time TV will be right back.
Figure out your intention. Why are you doing it in the first place? And if you know you want your child to go to college because that's going to give them a lot more career opportunities and a better life, and you just kind of see your child going to college, well, then it's going to be easy to say no to that, Starbucks cappuccino or whatever it happens to be for you, okay? So that you can start investing that money. Kind of tie into the bigger picture about what you're excited about and why you're doing that, and then that makes all these other smaller steps a whole lot easier.
To learn more, visit our website at momtimetv.com.
Calling all my friends to give me a clue. Calling all my friends to help me through. I'm calling all my friends to laugh and laugh. I'm calling all my friends to give me advice. Mom time is my time. it now.